All right, so for today's video, I wanted to show you guys this little fan that I made. You can get it off Amazon, but as far as like the magnets go and the wiring, I did it all myself. So just to kind of give it a more professional look, I have it on, let me show you real quick. I have it on an illuminated switch, and it's completely standalone. So you can literally take this anywhere you want. So I usually have it so that I can use it for my car to cool it off. So that's what it looks like. I'll kind of give you guys a little quick overview of what it is. I'm not doing a tutorial today on how I wired it up because I can do that later if there's enough interest for it. But this is a battery pack that I made myself. It's a 12 volt 3S. So it's gonna give me a pretty good amount of runtime. This fan is also wired in with a fuse, so it kind of protects it. I do have some circuit breakers, or I'm sorry, relays that I want to use for this. It'll further protect it, but this fan is just a 12 volt, but it does blow a lot of air, and this is a 3-inch inline duct fan. This little rocker switch you can get pretty much anywhere on Amazon or whatever, but I went ahead and did the terminals on there, and then some nice wire loom to make it look a little bit more neater. So the reason I'm gonna use this is because for my build, that big turbo there, it generates a lot of heat, and then my block is also closed deck, so it's generating a lot of heat with the with that setup. I do have a coil radiator, but it's still getting really hot. So I threw on my PTP turbo blanket. I just bought it, so it's actually keeping the hood underhood temps down really good. But the thing is that whenever you're sitting at a light or in traffic, and with this Texas heat, 103 degrees daily, and then with the black hood, it keeps all that hot air underneath there. So it's actually starting to heat soak a little bit. I'm checking my monitors, and my temps are getting up to about 190 to roughly around 200. The threshold is 215, so you never want to hit 215 with my setup. I'm not saying for you guys out there, but my setup, you don't want to hit a 215 degrees. But anyways, so what I did was I made this guy so that whenever I stop, let's say I go pick up my daughter at school, I'm waiting to get her. What you can do is you pretty much, this thing, like I said, is magnetic, so it should stick to almost anything except for like the hood. It doesn't stick to that. But right here, it'll stick real nice. And it's very strong, but it won't move because this fan, if you don't secure it, it'll try to blow everywhere. That's how strong it is. Okay, so it's connected. Like I said, it's an illuminated rocker switch. So you can make the wire long enough to go inside the car and have this fan somewhere mounted, which I'm thinking about mounting it down there on my pitch stop so I can blow all the air towards the turbo, just to kind of keep the heat out. But pretty much, you'll notice that the fan does not move. This guy blows a lot of air, and it sucks in a lot of air. So the cool thing about that is that you can put it here, close the hood to rest on top of here, and it'll suck in the colder, much, cooler air from the outside, blow it over the engine. That way you're not sitting there wasting your car battery and possibly killing the battery. But this keeps the underhood temps good because you're actually removing the heat. Yes, you can buy a aftermarket, $1,000 carbon fiber hood with heat extractors and all that good stuff. But this fan here, all it cost me was $30. This battery, I made it myself, so it didn't cost anything. The switch I already had, and I already had the wire and the connectors. So I only spent about $30 and a little bit of time, but I made my own heat extractor. And this thing works really well because if you can feel the air in front of it, it blows a lot of air. So it's pretty much blowing a decent amount of air like my radiator fans. This thing is pulling, I think, about 185 to 200 CFM of air. So that's a lot. So it'll kind of keep my engine cool while I'm sitting. Those of you that would build race cars know that heat is the #1 enemy. So something like this would be nice to have. But later I'm going to be doing my review over everything I've done. I just changed my oil from the 500 mark, so I'm still doing the break-in process. So right now there's no boost or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and till the next one.